I do a slightly related segue. I have been thinking lately that it's time to get back to getting to the moon. I think we need to make that a new objective.
You mean our quickly bailed on premise that we had 3 years ago?
Yeah, but it was a passionate one. It was about alienation, like getting the fuck out of here. I'm getting that feeling again. Let's get the fuck out of here, man. Everyone's dumb. Woo! Like, let's
That's a
go
great
to,
response. Everyone's dumb. Woo!
This guy, he's got his SAT score on a headband.
The smartest guy in the world. Man, I've been totally waiting for someone to say that, man.
I expected a bigger response from this lot. I thought we all felt that way.
I think most people are politely nodding, going,
yeah. Yes, don't tell them, Mayor Harmon.
Lots of monocles were falling out of people's eyes.
But yeah, I want to get up there, pitch a geodesic dome with a cooler of beer, and just be left alone.
How many people were you initially talking about bringing up there?
Oh, it should be a mythical number, right? So either 12 or 666. I don't know.
Is pitching a geodesic dome like the moon version of pitching a tent?
Yeah. But not getting a boner.
Okay. Your bone won't be shaped like a crystal with multifaceted sides to it.
Yeah, space boner.
Space boner, all right.
12 seems too small. I think 600 is a good number.
It is. I wonder what the ideal number would be. The ideal number would be like about 100 if the goal, excuse me for burping, was... I'm convinced that roughly 100 is sort of like... If you... Like, the average person can keep track of 100 people... You know, like it's when it starts to get past 100 that things start to get statistical.
Yeah, that to me would be hell. The idea that you could keep track of everybody, the idea that you knew everybody is like living in a small town, that would make me feel incredibly.
But what about look at these people? There's about 100 of these people.
I don't know these motherfuckers.
Yeah, but exactly. Like what if this was what we?
Yeah, but we don't live together. If we all lived on a colony on the moon, we would all know each other.
Then it would take years. You would slowly get to know them. You would go like. You would go through rotations and go like, hey, Ben, what are you doing for dinner tonight? I don't know, 100 people.
No, you go to the moon and everyone go, hey, there's a big party on Friday night, and that would happen every Friday night, and you'd meet everybody every week. 100 people you get to know.
But the parties would be therefore more meaningful. They wouldn't just default to like this weird networking thing.
But you're not going to like 100 people out of that 100. You're going to like 4.
Only 5, five, or at a time. And then you get sick of those 4. And you move over to 4 other ones. But
they're still going to be there. And you're gradually going to get sick of everybody but 4 people.
In 18 years, at which point there's all these new people you made.
But they're my kids.
No, they're
other people's kids too.
But they're the kids of the people I don't like.
It's a new generation. They rebel against their parents. They hate their parents.
People I don't like their kids either.
No, come on. Look, some other you would, Jeff. Stop it.
We know what you're doing and we don't like it.
I'm saying 100 people is not a lot of people. Like
it's just not enough for you because you're a sponge. Like you would never get enough. 100 people, you'd be like, so there's a cap on the amount of love I can get. You would be like, no, I'm dying in a coffin, and I would be like, finally control.
It's not about receiving love. It's about variety. It's about like I love. Like I couldn't live in a very, very small town.
Variety? You go to the same bar every day. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I mean like we have our.
But no, I don't go. But also, it's not the same people that go in every time. It's different. It's a new cast of characters that come and go. Yeah.
Okay. Is it?
Not really.
I see the same fucking people.
Every 3 days, some guy wanders through and goes, "Hey, what's with the suit?" That wouldn't happen on the moon. That's what you're worried about.
No, I would love. That would be good. I love the idea that because now people
would stop asking.
People have now stopped asking me about the suit. Now, if I show up not in the suit, people go, "Hey, man, is everything good?"
That's true. Whenever
were you at a funeral?
Yeah, I feel like people are concerned. Like, "Hey, man, you just get out of jail? What's going on here?"
What do you say when people say, "What's with the suit"?
It depends on who says it. Like I used to get when I first started wearing suits a lot. You would get it's. I feel like we talked about this on the show before, but
if you have, then we don't have to talk.
Generally, it happens at a urinal, which I'm not a big fan of urinal chit chat.
No, I'm not here to make friends.
Yeah, but exactly. There's not an us.
I don't want to make a connection.
But it's some guy is paying next to you and he goes, "Hey, suit guy." It's like that's like, why are you? Hey man, Well, I told Dad this one. I was at the Viper Room a long time ago, a very long time. When I had one suit, one $30 vintage suit that I wore to death.
He was there with River Phoenix. That's how long ago it was.
No, it was around the same time. But I was in the bathroom and he goes, "Hey, suit guy." I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I said, "Do we?" Our dicks are in hand. And I said, "I'm sorry, do we know each other?" He's like, "No, man, but you always wear a suit. You always wear the same outfit, but you get some mad puss." And I was like, I just kind of frowned, and he goes, "Hey, man, I'm not trying to hate. I'm trying to celebrate."
By the way...
And I actually said, I went, "Pine cone." And he goes, "What?" I go, I don't know. I just thought if I say something, you'd rhyme it. But like that you get, like, generally, like, sometimes guys will go like, "Hey, man, how come you always wear a suit?" And I go, "How come you never do?" And they go, "Yeah."
That's like that Donnie Darko line where he's like, "Why are you wearing a stupid rabbit suit? Why are you wearing that stupid human suit?" That's sort of like that.
Wow, Donnie Darko, what a movie.
That movie fucking stinks.
That is
Some people don't like it, right? Some people don't like it. But more people like it.
I think people have... I think
Anatoly likes it.
Anatoly has the luxury of having English as a second language, though. That's like airbrushing everything. It's like putting pantyhose over a shitty movie. I'm sure, like the subtleties of something's shittiness can like get.
Is that movie good? I don't know.
I think it's
what?
like.
It's what?
It's a Wonderful Life, but backwards.
It's a Wonderful Life, but backwards.
Yeah, it's about how he shouldn't be alive.
Yeah. Well, but it's also backwards in the sense that It's a Wonderful Life is good. So they nailed it. They made a shitty version of a backwards.
It's like
premise.
there's these movies that came out that were huge, and now everybody's decided like we hate them, like that and Garden State. Everyone liked it when it first came out, and now everyone hates those movies.
I hated it when it came out. This guy hated it.
He hated it when it came out. Everyone says that.
It's like in prison, everyone says they're innocent.
Yeah.
I do think that like you become a curmudgeon as you get older because you basically like you just don't bother to go through the phase. You don't. But like when you're the younger you are. Let's face it. I like a lot of movies from when I was like 18 that are just like they're not going to hold up. If I show people, go like, "No, this is the best movie." It's like watch Midnight Run. It's the best. They're like someone's gonna have a right to go. Midnight Run's not that good. Stop jacking off on it. No, but and I still agree that Midnight Run is an amazing movie, but I still think it's equally true if somebody were to watch it and go like, "This is a piece of shit." You were 18 when you saw this, and it was meaningful to you, and you can't escape those like neural pathways that you created when you saw it. We talked about this with Goonies and
Labyrinth,
and people came up. There was a girl that came up that felt that way about Space Jam, and she's not a bad person. She's not
But she made no case for it.
Is she here?
She doesn't have to. There's no case for it. That's the point. There is no way to prove that Space Jam's a good or bad movie. Well, yes, there is.
No, I meant she made no case for not being a bad person.
Okay.
Is she here? She's a bad person.
No, she's like Typhoid Mary. She just wanted to suggest Space Jam was good, and she's on to the next city.
Yeah. She's in Idaho right now at an open mic. Space Jam, right, guys? Give it another shot.
Yeah, I don't like Led Zeppelin, but I will defend Neil Diamond. That doesn't make me right. It makes me weird.
Right.
It makes you.
Huh? Yeah, it does.
So curmudgeonry, if that's a word, is the phenomenon of getting older and older and older and not even bothering with the period between seeing something and realizing that it's probably like good or not good or whatever. Like not going through the part where you're like, whoa. You just go like, I'm not falling for that. You see a Spider-Man billboard and you're just like, that's dumb. I've seen 8 Spider-Man movies. I'm not gonna. And then some 18-year-old guy is like, you know what? You can't. There's no drug like being 18. Like we can't remember what it's like. Your fucking brain is on fire. Your dick's like a Black & Decker. Like it's just like your blood is different. Your blood is literally different, and every chemical in it is different. And you're like we take substances to alter our state, but we fail to recognize that when you're 18, like you are a different species. And it's like you see a Spider-Man billboard and you're like, you combine that hormonal energy with the fact that you haven't been around long enough to not trust a movie. And you're just like, fucking Spider-Man 4 was awesome. And then like some 40-year-old guy goes, you fucking dick, get out of here. Fuck you, you should kill yourself, you fucking piece of shit. Whoa, what's with the fossil? He's bummed out.
Curmudgeonry is abused hope. It's disappointment. You
have a higher standard for the flavors you've tasted. You go like, man, what happened to? But we fail to recognize that some of the shit we're like, what happened to? Why doesn't everything taste as good as Star Wars?
You were like 12 when you saw it.
And also there were no fucking. There wasn't like festivals and conventions where the cast of Star Wars had to show up 2 years before the movie was finished and tell 6,000 people, Darth Vader's Luke's father. Who wants to hear it? Yay! Okay, we got a sneak preview for you. Here's some ash cans. We got some bottle openers. Goop gob, goop gob. Go to StarWars.com. You got your free preview, and all this week we got Star Wars miniseries coming. It's like everything's just kind of, it's not good or bad. Everything's just like this big oatmeal of fucking like we were 12 in a world that was like, holy shit, there's pictures moving on the screen and there's no way to capture them except with our hearts. I can't. They're gone. What did he say? He said he was his father? Rewind it. I can't. There's no word for rewinding.
My favorite toys when I was a kid, there was two things: Legos and Star Wars action figures. Legos were awesome because you build stuff. But I remember being 4-ish, 4.5, going on 5, standing in line at the Orange Cinerama Dome for Star Wars with my family. I remember it vividly because there was a bunch of dudes in white bell-bottoms because it was 77, and they had long hair and kind of proto-mustaches, and everybody had pickup trucks and vans with airbrush shit on them, and there's weed everywhere. Like you later on go, what's that smell? Oh, that's the Star Wars parking lot smell. It's a bunch of marijuana.
Why were there so many more skunks in the 70s?
By the way, the song sounds a lot like
my father
right now.
had to like take me out of the theater, like out of the embarrassingly, sadly, out of the emergency or one of the exits by the stage left, screen right door in front of everybody because I started crying when Darth Vader came out. That's why I love the action figures, because that was the most important movie in the world. There was a big, scary bad guy. Like that was the greatest.
So were you like training yourself with the action figure to not be scared, to go through and be able to sit through the movie again? I am bigger than you. You're like shaming it, leaving it in the bathroom.
I never thought of it like that. But that certainly has to be some of the fantasies that you're Zeus. You're controlling these things that had power over you mythologically.
I was watching the original King Kong recently, and you think of like people, like when did that come out? I'm sure you know. 33. People just going and seeing fucking King Kong, and it just like blowing their minds. And it sucks that we don't like that first movie. What was it, that train going through the tunnel? I bet people watching were like, "This will never be better than this. This is the best movie
My
ever."
favorite movie was People Leaving Factory.
That was good.
The Lumiere brothers.
Yeah.
Back then they actually like guys had to figure out, and girls, I'm sure, that had to figure out like that concept of like cutting from one thing to another, like of course.
Yeah, there was no language for
the
it.
idea of like there was a box that captured light, and there was like those first movies were like go get that guy that does that magic trick, like because they could only conceive of shooting something interesting that had its own interest. Like what should we preserve? And then someone had to figure out, wait, the camera, the audience's brain will tolerate using this device to whip around the cosmos, to be up in this guy's grill, and then cut to what he's looking at, and then cut back to him and have him go, I want a sandwich. Like amazing. And then when people would walk on the screen, like supposedly, people would see this and they would like, they couldn't help but like they would crane their necks.
And when the train came at them, people ducked.
Yeah. It makes sense because we go to the carnival ride thing, the Simpsons, Transformers, whatever, and they capitalize. I mean, we're still going to do it. Anyways, what are we talking about? So I'm wasting this show. We should be talking about terrorism. Let's get to the moon where it's legal.
Terrorism is legal?
Yeah, there's no laws there yet.
No, but then
nothing to blow up, but no consequences.
But then you're going against the people who you went to the moon with. What are you rebelling against? Aren't you all sort of in agreement?
Gotta bring a couple bad people up there with us.
Just for terrorism?
Yes.
I feel like it's going to take one terrorist doing a great job for this whole thing to die.
Now, Dan, you're saying I don't like the idea of just 100 people. That seems too low.
All right, we're back.
But let's say it's 100 because that's a good round number.
What did you say? 100. Okay.
Let's just call it 100 right now.
Well, okay. Well, okay.
You want that guy to be like you want enough people so that you could run into someone at the urinal who's like, don't hate, participate, or whatever.
I don't know. I don't want that guy in the
There
moon.
would be nobody allowed like that up there. It would all be Spencers. It would just be like 100 Spencers.
But 100 Spencer would devalue the Spencer currency.
Well, I mean equal. I mean like Spencer, but equally cool. But like everybody be different. What have we found at Harmontown? There are 100 Spencers.
My question was though, if you were up there with a bunch of really intelligent people, would you be happy? Because like, isn't part of your Christ complex persecution thing, your fantasy that how much smarter you are than people, and how much you're always like. You know, like how much better you are than people. Wouldn't you kind of die on the vine if everybody was like?
No, I don't think so. I don't want. I mean, and I have discovered as of late, humble brag, that to a limited degree, as much as someone in my field is supposed to experience it, which should be never, but I have on accident. Like this concept of fame as opposed to respect. Like I want everyone to like me, or I started that way. I want everyone to like me. I want as many people to like me as possible. There's other people who are like, I want everyone to know my name. I'm not one of those people. Do not like that. Because when everyone knows your name, then it's just like random people are just going like, hey, fuckface, like get a job, fuck it, whatever. Like I've gone out with Jack Black to grocery stores, he was just trying to buy a box of tricks, and like people just like come up to him and point at his face like he's a bug and go, "You're famous, right?" And he goes, "No," because fuck you if you don't even know. And they're like, "Yeah, you are. Can I get a picture?" Okay. And then like people are running back up to him and going, because they went and Googled him or something like that, and they go like, Jack Black. King Kong wasn't that good though. Fuck that. That's fame. I don't want. That's no good. I want to be in a room where I don't have to worry about a single person thinking that there's anything wrong with me.
Would you be comfortable in a room or in a colony full of people that were slightly smarter than you, where you kind of felt like you?
As long as I don't. First of all, not possible. Second of all, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's not. No, I mean, it's not a politically incorrect usage of the word. Like, I'm borderline retarded in terms of math, in terms of all kinds of things. So I like. There's a lot of people that are way smarter.
Smart
than me
in other ways.
Yeah. As long as I wasn't like a burden. That's the thing. Is fear of alienation. I don't want to be stuffed in a locker. I don't want to ever have to be in a room where there's a single person that's like, God, it would be so much better if you just fucking die. Which is high school. It's just like it's 90% of the people are just like, why don't you just fucking die?
All right, then what about like, and not to say that people that do like functionary jobs, like let's say like, you know, waste removal. And
yeah,
who's gonna people that gain satisfaction of doing simple tasks like that? Like, we can't all be, or like the colony could not just be a bunch of intellectuals, a bunch of artists. There had to be people that were satisfied doing menial tasks, like stuff like that.
Well, I don't think. I mean, we've explored this in the '60s. Like, there's been like colonies of hippies. They're all plenty smart, and they grow their potatoes, and they remove their garbage, and they cut each other's hair, and they deliver each other's babies, and it's worked. Mm-hmm. Like, those people weren't dumb. They weren't above or below the fact that 100 people's worth of poop had to be cleaned up.
Like the Spanish Civil War, like the anarchist communes there, and like the Paris Commune and stuff like that. These are people that had planned secretly under fascist governments or monarchic governments to. They had like underground been teaching each other how to run things, how to operate stuff, and it takes years and years and years and years of education. And under those situations, like completely illegally and underground, to learn how when the revolution happens that we're ready to go take out the trash.
Okay, all right, you got this.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So you'd have to be Like you can't just take a ship up to the moon and say, all right, everybody, we're all anarcho-syndicalists. Everyone's going to do their own thing. We're all going to take pride in our work. We're all going to do it.
Smart people
you can go, okay, everybody, because there's only 100 of us. So there's probably 150, 200 people in this room. So we know that we could do this on the moon. So we go, okay, everybody. We all poop and we all eat. So there's 100 of you, and none of us wants to clean up poop. And I mean, maybe one guy would go, "I love it." And
Go, okay, we made a mistake.
What's your name? Toby. Okay, Toby. Fine. Sorry for the meeting. Let's talk. But assuming Toby doesn't exist, I go, okay, no one wants to clean up poop. But there's 100 of us. There's 100 people's worth of poop. The good news is, if we all take turns, we only have to clean poop 1% of our lives.
That's a lot high. That's a really high percentage.
You also, though, you get to do all the cool stuff 1% of the time. Like there's all.
But cleaning the poop, if people poop, let's say once or twice or 3 times a day, that's you're doing it a lot.
But this is a space colony. You're pooping into a toilet that is suctioning your poop into
we just shoot it back to Earth.
Yeah.
No, because then Earth declares war on you.
Man, you just put an NBC logo on it and that's dumb. That's a dumb joke.
It just says must see TV on it.
I was trying to think of a logo, a corporate logo, and I blurted out the name of my employers.
That's never happened before.
In the podcast where we talked about terrorism being for brave people, and we want to talk, the one thing tomorrow will be Dan Harmon blasts the Peacock
with space poop.
Suggests that the mass opiate ain't having it.
If you do hurl the colonies,
the Charlie Sheen of writers blew up again last night. This time his lava mouth flowed about poop and NBC being the same. Click here for Bacardi.
You could send the poop back, though, because it would just burn up in Earth's atmosphere kind of harmlessly, wouldn't it?
Definitely. All you have to do is make it a little slower, and it'll burn up.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about the atmosphere. Automatic poop burner. Perfect. We're already nailing this. Just jettison, and it'll be a symbolic
because you'd have to get that just right, because eventually you would create a pooposphere and
a ring, a beautiful brown ring around Earth.
It's like a Saturn's poop
It'll
ring.
Look beautiful.
Yeah, from the moon.
The moon? Yeah.
From Earth, it would look like, oh shit, we're being satellited by shit.
Yeah, and we'll go, and that's a symbol of our power.
But then Earth attacks the moon because it's the poop wars, and they come get you.
I dare them to attack. Do you know how hard it would be for them to attack the moon?
We put some fuckers on there in 1969 with a digital watch,
and we haven't been back there since, because it's that expensive and we're that lazy.
There's no real space program.
If we figure out a way to get back to the moon with 100 people, all we have to do is go to destroy the Earth. Basically, is go, hey Earth, fuck you, and then move 20 yards so that by the time they figure out how to invade where that signal came from, there's nothing there but 1,000 craters that were already there. The moon is like a mega Afghanistan.
You have moon I had a question, but let's talk about that a little bit. You have moon moving technology?
Honestly...
No, not moon. I'm not moving the moon. I'm saying 100 of us...
Just move over.
Move.
No, but they could land a robot on the moon, and we're like...
I would like to see that.
We've done it!
We've done it, because we're smart.
The people on the Earth will still be people on the Earth. We're
not smart people.
There's more than 100 smart people on Earth.
But they're sellouts, and that will compromise them. If I've learned one thing, if I take the 100 people I want, I will have already removed, with just removing the 100 people that I want, Earth's passion will have been reduced by 90%.
I want to say, first of all, I would say that Mega Afghanistan is actually Pakistan.
Stop quoting your bumper stickers.
Guys, they're on sale over there. If we sell
the
100...
sign as you drive into Pakistan. Welcome to Pakistan.
Yeah, Mega Afghanistan. I don't know, maybe the tourism board needs a rewrite. The entire time, all I could see in my head was Adam Goldberg, wearing different disguises, trying to get on the rocket ship.
I think I'd bring him.
Yes, I was going to say you would take Adam, maybe, right?
I've said I put a statue to Adam Goldberg up in the front because it's not. There's a lot of real estate, so having a statue wouldn't be that big a deal.
All right.
Everybody's got a statue, so don't get too excited.
Name to me some archetypes that you wouldn't want to bring along.
Wouldn't want to bring along. Yeah. Okay. All right.
That guy, the P guy, the rhyming...
rhyming urinal talking guy is probably not
rhyming
coming.
frat guy is not coming.
Yeah.
Anybody who's ever said in their entire life, ever, you'd have to somehow figure out a way to polygraphically prove this, because people their instinct's gonna be to lie when they find out what's at stake. Anyone who has ever in their entire life said too much information.
Or first world problems. Or white people problems.
Or dig a little deeper, or tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Or didn't get the memo.
That's the first cut right there.
Yeah. On this...
are you not coming, Jeff?
I just there's one, I know people that use it all the time. I just wish everybody would stop saying, at the end of the day, I hate that. It drives me fucking mad.
I say it all the time.
Yeah, but
Get your own moon.
Everybody says, yeah. I think I probably would have to have my own moon.
Yeah, that'd be like
a moon of the moon.
Yeah, it'd be like a little VIP moon.
Yeah,
so you get we're already creating Earth.
I know, but I'm gonna get.
This is why we got away.
Yeah, but Adam Goldberg is gonna be there, and I'm gonna have to get out of it.
I kind of like that though, that we incorporate into our culture.
No offense, Adam, I love you, but there's 100.
Get off my moon.
100. Yeah, exactly. The moon's not big enough for the two of us, man. But I would let you come to VIP moon once in a while.
We incorporate into our moon another moon.
Once in a blue moon.
See, that's okay. Membership revoked.
By the way, people at home don't know he stood up to say that.
He stood up
and either took a bow or his spinal problems are
he stood up and said,
I'm sorry. Did that feel rude?
Yeah.
No, it was funny.
Yeah,
but it looked like he took a bow.
He tipped an imaginary top hat when he did that. But no, it's like...
He had the expression on his face that he was expecting people to just carry him out on his shoulders.
It's I'm saying just for me, the ability to be alone in a crowd is the greatest thing in the world. The ability to get away. I love... everybody here that comes to these shows, I've never had a bad experience here doing Harmontown. I've never been bummed out by anyone that's ever come. But when the show's over, I just leave. I want to go and kind of get away. And that's just my own need to separate myself from crowds.
But where do you go?
Huh?
You don't go to.
But I could go to. I just have to go to another place, and I love.
There'll be so many places for you to go on the moon.
Where?
It's huge.
The moon is huge. A little tiki bar called Jeff's Place. It doesn't.
No,
it's 100 people.
100 people. What if I wanted 100 different restaurant options? There can't be. There can't. There'll be 3 restaurants.
No, there'll be more than 3.
Who's going to work there?
The moon is huge.
100 people are going to man how many restaurants?
It's all automated, dude.
No, okay. If there's 99 restaurants and you all work in one, then that's fine with me.
Okay, here's the thing, Jeff. There's not going to be any restaurants.
What?
There's not going to be any...
Yeah, Jeff, no restaurants. Fuck you.
There's not going to be capitalism, Jeff.
I'm not saying it's about fucking quid pro quo and reciprocity. I'm saying there has to be... VIP Moon's going to have some fucking swinging restaurants up there. If you guys want to go have a nice meal.
Are you going to have that restaurant that you talked about called Leftovers or whatever, where it's everything has a bite taken out of it?
Real Abed's idea?
Yeah. Is that what that was?
Well, it's going to be called Space Bites.
Yeah.
But my moon will actually rotate. It won't be orbit locked like our moon. Mine will actually be like a revolving restaurant. You can actually have a revolving view of fake bullshit moon.
Okay, where do we...
Real moon?
Yeah.
We call it fake bullshit moon.
It's
fake moon.
Because it's...
Yeah, we just call it moon.
On this fictional moon that you create.
Yeah, we're talking about shit that we can do. You're on a flight of fancy here.
We're trying to unite humanity. You're clinging to the very problems that made Earth uninhabitable.
But
with your magical VIP
my moon is going to be called Phoenixville, and we're going to look down on Moon, and we're going to go look, it's nice to live.
It's just called Moon.
Moon now. We have a lot of names for the moon.
Moon.
The moon. But 100 fucking... You got to take a vacation and get off of the fucking moon.
It's so big.
But 100 people.
Going to the moon is the vacation.
All right. Is the moon totally filled?
Oh yeah, we've geo whatever the entire thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's all mapped out.
What is it called?
You got 100 people.
We have terraformed the whole thing.
You terraform, so it's not just a dusty wasteland.
No, dude, it's great.
Then where's the restaurants?
Well, I don't know. First of
Dan,
all,
I'll let you take the restaurant.
We can't say we terraform the whole place like there's.
Is there going to be Mexican food? Because if there's no Mexican food, I'm going to VIP mode.
There will be Mexican food.
Here's what there's going to be, you guys.
There has to be Mexican people. How many Mexicans are you bringing up out of 100?
What are you What in the world? We're leaving the earth to get away from this horrible classism.
There is no words anymore.
I love Mexican people. I love Mexican food.
Well, there will be 3 Mexican guys up there, and they'll all be brilliant painters.
Fine.
They're not going to bring you food.
Okay.
Somehow that's very offensive too, but they're going to be great lovers.
I'm bringing Pedro Almodovar.
We're gonna need more than 100 people. Is what I'm saying. There's a lot of shit to get done, and 100 people aren't going to do it.
I don't understand. There's a lot of shit to get done. No, we're just going up there to exist in peace. You could do it with 3 people.
Yeah, but a small community of everyone knows each other's name to me sounds like hell.
Oh my God! That's heaven to me. I live in a rock
you get
covered with 7 billion people whose names I never know.
Yeah, but
I could finally be that guy that walks into a room and goes, Mike, Kevin, Barbara, Stacy. I should throw some ethnic names in there.
Armadis.
Almodovar.
Armadis, you're coming. You're Mexican, right?
Armadis.
Right.
Anatoly. He counts, right?
Yeah. He counts totally.
Spencer. Enty. Oh my God, Enty.
Okay, I guess here's the question. You don't like to travel. You would love to have you're a hermit. You would love to have build a giant Xanadu wherever.
I would love to not feel like a dick everywhere I go. I go to Channel 101. I go even out here after the show. Jeff, what time is it? Look, 9/11. So much of my life is spent with this interaction. People coming up and going, hey! And I go, hey! And I look at their face and I recognize the expression of a person who
knows you,
believes that I should know their name.
Yeah.
That's
everybody. We all go through that.
I go through it more than other people, I think. I am miserable about it. I very much enjoy walking into a room and knowing who everybody is. I hate having to go through that. It makes me very aloof seeming and makes me very uncomfortable. It makes me have to stare at the floor, and it's already hard enough to interact with people. I could if I actually could recognize people.
You wouldn't get sick of the same people that you knew all the time?
100 people, that's like a big apple to bite. I said, by the time I would get bored with them, I think it would be 20 years later. Not only would I be dying, but there would be all these new people.
But they would be children.
No, those would be 20-year-old people. We're going to start fucking as soon as we get up there.
By the way,
100 people fucking is like, it's not...
have you looked at the Earth lately? 100 people fucking leads to this.
Yeah. No.
By the way, I know what's going to happen is in like 20 years on the moon, you guys are going to be like fierce enemies in these stories. Like, remember on Earth, they used to be friends. Like how Superman and Lex Luthor went to school together in Smallville.
What if you took What if you took half of the moon and there was like it was like the capitalist side or something?
This is how it starts.
I despise capitalism. I don't want capitalism. I don't want capitalism. I want excursions.
You want fancy restaurants.
For instance, but I also want to be able. I want variety. I want the unknown. I would need to be able to travel. I like going to places where I don't speak the language. You despise them.
Well, but there's no. Why are you going to the moon at all then? If you want to go to places,
I'm starting to rethink it. Now, if you're a citizen of the moon, do you have the ability to go back if you ever want to like take a vacation back to like Italy or something like that?
I can't allow that.
I think VIP moon.
I'm kidding. I'm assuming that there's going to have to be an awful lot of back and forth. You know, the first people that
you think so?
Yeah, there would have to be that. Like for instance, and I think also like that could be part of the culture is that the moon is like there will be people like I would look at it as like a sieve kind of, or I don't know how to articulate the process. Like it's an optional. You like there's a shuttle that goes back and forth every year, right? So you. Like, over time, the people that end up populating the moon are people that actually do enjoy it. No one that actually doesn't like it has to be there longer than a certain, interval. And then like, over time, even the gene pool is just, like, people that actually are into the moon.
You got 100 people that start fucking day one, and, 18 years later, there's a bunch of 18-year-olds running around. They're not all going to be guaranteed likable people. What if there's some fratty?
But they're raised well.
Then they get to go away like that.
What if they don't want to go? Their family's up there. Everyone they know is up there.
They're not going to like their family if they're uncool. Their families are going to be cool.
That's not
And
necessarily.
they'll raise their kids to be
I'm
cool.
not going to bring uncool people to the moon. No one uncool is going to like being there. I'm going to create an environment that uncool people do not like.
Uncool people could have uncool kids. I mean, cool people could have uncool kids.
Right, and then the uncool kids get to leave, and you said, "But their families are going to be there. If their families are cool."
They don't like their families if they're uncool.
Yeah.
That's oversimplifying it.
Oversimplifying.
Sometimes I wish my family was on the moon so I could just come to Earth forever. You know, I think that's, and I no, oh God, what was going to happen here? But I honestly think, like, for a lot of people, being away from their families forever would be something that they want to do.
What about this? Okay, at the end of each year, and who knows what a year is when you're on the moon? I don't know how that works.
It's 365
how
days.
is day and night going to work?
I don't know. I can't wait to find out.
It works the same because it's locked. The orbit is locked
All
around.
right, smarty pants. At the end of each year.
Right? No?
The moon is geostationary, but the sun still goes around it because that's how we get the phases of the moon.
Right.
So the dark side of the moon is not actually dark.
It's dark to us.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we know that, but doesn't the moon
We
around?
don't know that. Kumail knows that.
The moon is locked in a geostationary orbit, which means the sun
Oh, right.
is facing us, right? But then when the sun is perpendicular to it, we see half the moon as being dark.
Yeah.
That means the side that's away from us
Right.
is lit up.
Right.
So how long is a moon year, Bill?
Well, it takes like a month to go around the Earth once, right? Takes like 28 days or something. But then days and nights are going to be totally different. It's not going to be 24 hours.
It's going to be 1 month.
One day is going to be 1 month?
This is great. I'll be
Is
able to
it
write
really?
scripts so much faster. This is already. I'm not even living there yet. I already
I'll
prefer
get it to you tomorrow.
I might have to jerk off for a couple, air quotes, hours. But okay, so whatever a moon year is, you have a big party. Someone's raising their
We
hand.
have a hand up. Yes, sir?
Yes. In addition to jerking off, what would be your favorite moon activities? I'm thinking of specifically zero gravity.
Oh, right.
Well, it's
there's no
one-sixth
zero
gravity. It's 1/6 gravity. So he's saying, other than jerking off, what would be your favorite 1/6 gravity pastimes?
Right now, at this point, I can't see past the joy of being just left alone. Largely, like I like talking to people and drinking, and I don't know if I would take a lot of advantage of the 1/6 gravity and play a lot of football or anything.
I would think that you probably would create indoors. It would be normal gravity, Earth gravity, right? You don't
Probably.
want people like slowly, like
But
it's gonna go horrible.
it's like, I mean, given that gravity would have to be artificially induced,
Sure.
So which means that making a fun room would be as simple as putting less work into it. I guess there would be like places you could go where you could go, woo! I'm only 30 pounds. I don't know if I'd hang out there. I think I'd just have like a kind of a log cabin feel.
For you, the moon in itself, there's nothing special about the moon that it's a destination.
No, it's just
that
not on Earth.
You
So there's no.
You just hate groups of people, and you don't want.
I don't want to be subject to idiots tyranny. And then the moon is like still free rock.
I'm afraid of my own extreme abject boredom up there with only like a small amount of options. Like I like.
But how many people do you see? Like how many different places do you go to in a month?
Dozens, hundreds, I don't know, like whatever.
Hundreds?
Also, if I want to, I can take a trip. I can go somewhere. I'll leave. And
Just the option is enough.
Yeah, certainly. Like if you go to New York, the idea, it's incredibly calming. I don't want to live in New York, but I love being in New York because the idea that you can do anything you want at any time of day.
I wish I would stand in a plexiglass cube. If somehow you could construct one where it was like, you're allowed to think, say, and feel and do whatever you want while you're standing in this space, and you're not accountable to it at all. Like.
Could you bring someone else in there with you, or
no? I'm saying this is how extreme my alienation is from society. Like if I could just have a 3-foot square patch of pee-pee pad for a dog, like where if I stood on it, I was not like capable of being a bad person for feeling something or saying something or doing something, like that would be such a huge
You can
get
just do
for
that
me.
in a bathroom here. Just
No, you
lock the door.
cannot.
Why?
You cannot, because there is always going to be something that you can do even in the privacy of your own home. You are always under the fucking rule of morons. You are never free. You know, and I was like, the moon is literally separate from this planet of just fucking insect people. Like they will get you somehow. And I don't care that there's no oxygen there. That's secondary to my goddamn freedom. I just want to stand somewhere for a little bit. I love being asleep because they're not fucking with me there. But in my dreams, they're still like, stop it. Shut up. Knock it off. What are you doing? Tie your shoes. Take a bath.
But that's
Wait,
you.
who?
That's you talking to yourself.
No,
Who's telling
that's
you to-
them, man. That's them.
Yeah, society's telling you to take a bath.
Here's my-
It sure is.
I know that this is all just like, you know, hypothetical, like this is in the planning stages. But like, if you whatever number of people you picked, you're going to obviously have to pick them, and you're going to have the rules of who they are, and then there's also going to have to be rules of conduct. And my fear is that you are going to become some sort of weird autocratic tyrant.
I'm not. No. It will be true anarchy, defined by the fact that there is no the you know how like kind of in the Judeo-Christian ethic, and you know, lump in all of them. We say Judeo-Christian ethic. That's actually not probably politically correct anymore. Like the truth is, all of the new major religions, like they all have an anti-murder policy. You know, like it's like what is the worst thing that you can do? Like inherently, what is the fiber of evil? Like any major religion will tell you, yeah, killing another dude. Like that's not. Don't do that. And then they start with the asterisk. So, well, if the government wants to, if you have to do it for me, I'd love it. But like on the moon, of course, killing that's not even going to come into the picture. You're never going to get there. Like the before you even get there, the big fucking taboo is going to be hierarchy. Any implication or thirst for it will be condemned, like frowned upon. It won't even be. It's like why are you talking to me as if I'm beneath or above you? At all. Don't do it. Don't talk to me like I'm in charge of you, and don't talk to me like you're in charge of me. Non-hierarchical humanity, like in a bunch of grapes. Like existing. But
hierarchies happen. With 100 people, there's gonna be hierarchies.
We are always tempted to do it. We're tempted to do lots of things that we have risen above.
Ideally, those hierarchies would be based on knowledge. They'd be based on seniority.
Even that, isn't that still sort of what you don't
But
want?
I have boogers in my nose that will fall out. I have snot in my mucous membranes. I have spit in my mouth. I have turds in my butt. We are born not knowing the alphabet. We educate and refine ourselves. We rise to something. There's a mimetic evolution to our species, in addition to the genetic evolution that we've all but halted, you know, for good reasons, by going like, oh, he wears glasses, but I'm hot for him because he's smart. Okay, so say hello to a myopic species, but like we chose to advance ourselves over being giraffes and going like, a little bit of the longer neck, please. Like, fuck those guys. They're dead to us. These giraffes are going to be dead pretty soon. We're the only things that have a chance of getting off of this fucking piece of shit. It's not a piece of shit planet. It's pretty nice. It's got waterfalls. But I'm saying that we achieved the ability to feel, to be about to do something naturally, raise our fist, hate something, and then we go, oh no, but my species, like even if not biologically, I don't do that. When I was a baby, that was like touching a hot stove. I don't do that. I don't think about hierarchy. I have a word for it. I know what it is. I recognize it when I see it. I don't hit another person in the face with a toy fire truck, because when I did that the first time when I was 1 year old, I was told, don't do that.
But I think we have hierarchy now. The way, you called most of Earth insect people. I think that's just how we do sort of
Because they love hierarchy.
But I don't. That's really weird logic.
No,
because they like hierarchy.
It's ironic logic, but it's not flawed. Like I look down on people who express hierarchy.
You look down on people who look down on people.
Exactly. Or up to people. Right. I look down on everybody because we are caught in this infantile thing of thinking that we need leaders, heroes, government. Are you fucking kidding me? We're not this smart yet? How the internet is proving to us. I mean, I understand that it has its own like these governances emerge, but in their infancy, like forums, like Reddit and like it's the internet is global. Like you upvote this, you downvote that. It's relatively, it's not purely devoid of hierarchy, but it's functional without hierarchy. It's like it's not necessary for us to go, hey, there's Carl. I love Carl. I love Carl too. I love Carl. Carl's popular today. He doesn't have to get a better parking space. He doesn't have to tell us what to do. That is infantile. It is literally infantile. It's an instinct that we carry into adulthood from infancy. We start to look at Barack Obama or whoever's running for anything. We have like democracy. We go, well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's got to be somebody's fault when it rains. Like, it's not going to be me. I'm not going to take responsibility for it. I'm not just going to hang out with my friends and, like, as a group, like, constantly communicate with them, say everything that's on my mind. I want to go in my house and keep everything to myself and sit on a bowl of ice cream and then get on the computer and go, fuck Obama, it rained today. Like, it's all childish nonsense. We are responsible for everything that happens. Our species has inherited the planet. And we know all of this in our heads, but we continue to worship heroes and leaders. But what do we do to them? We crucify them. We take people, we put them on the covers of magazines, and then we figure out why they're pieces of shit. And we do this over and over and over again in this cycle, this ritual of telling ourselves over and over and nodding like Rain Man in the back of a truck with a straitjacket on. We're going, yeah, change is bad. Change is bad. Yeah. I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible
By
at
the
all.
way,
the change is bad.
Irony of
somebody's Adam Goldberg.
The irony of you saying,
Adam, I am not above you, but don't ever clap for me because it fucks everything up.
I like that you're saying you're not above anyone while we're all performing in front of a 3-foot face of you. And we're all at a place called Harmontown.
Let's bring Spencer out right now. Spencer Crittenden, will you come join us?
But that's anyone can do this. Anyone can print a 3-foot.
But some people don't want to do it. And
Exactly. No, some people don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I want to go to her show. I don't like on Wednesday night if she has a show.
You don't want to go to her show.
What's your show?
What was the last show you went to? You fucking. And also, you talk about responsibility. You're like.
Yeah, you just want to be king of the moon.
Yeah.
I don't just want to be king of the moon. I want to live there.
No,
That's
you
not
don't.
true. That's not true.
How often do you pick up your dog's poop?
What?
How often do you pick up Harvey's shit?
I don't know, like every 8th shit. I don't know.
What about the other 7? Who picks up those?
Erin works.
She doesn't pick up the other 7 shits.
Yes, she does.
Does she really?
Yeah. Where's this going?
I feel like you don't clean your own place. You rely on other people all the time for other things. Like, you're going to be Mr. Responsible on the moon. You're going to grow your own food.
I'm not going to have a mansion on the moon.
You're not?
No.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to have a fucking like Buck Rogers cubicle. I don't know. Like it's not going to be like it is here.
You're going to rely on people.
It's going to be a whole different paradigm shift. There's not going to be property up there.
Do you think you're ready to go up there and have and be responsible for your own survival, for your own daily needs?
I will have to be, and the 100 people with me will be responsible for each other and ourselves. And we're not going to be like, my house is bigger. The idea of a big house. Think about how absurd that is. It doesn't make any sense. Do you know how fucking medieval that is? Oh, my house is bigger. Do you know where that comes from? The idea it's slavery. The idea that the patch of earth that you're allowed to occupy is a little bigger.
You live in a big house right now.
Yeah, of course I do. The earth is occupied. It's an occupied status with slaves. I want the biggest house I can fucking get. I want the most money. I want a big bag of cocaine. I want 11 dogs. I want as much luxury. But above all of that, I'd love to be on a world that didn't have to have that shit.
You don't have to have that here.
You don't
what are you talking about? You'd be homeless if you didn't have that.
No, the kingdom of God is within you, Dan.
Police hit you you with a stick if you don't have enough. It's illegal to be poor here. They make your life miserable. Freedom is a product that they sell you.
You don't have to have a house called Danadoo. You don't have to have that place.
You're insane. Like what? Yes, we all want big houses because we live on a planet owned by people who have sold us the idea that the amount of space you can walk in is an expression of freedom. We were born out of vaginas. We had freedom of speech. We have the freedom of locomotion.
Nobody's talking in a vagina.
We are already allowed to do everything, and we have been convinced that, no, you want to park your car there? Well, hey, look, man, a lot of people want to park their car there. You gotta give me $5. On Tuesday, you park your car there. That's gonna cost you $80. We gotta clean the streets. We gotta tow that thing. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's insanity.
You're gonna be such a nightmare despot.
I'm not gonna have to be. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna sleep like a baby for 9 hours a day.
You're gonna go up there thinking that you're gonna be in control of the minds of 100 people.
No, I'm not.
The fact that you picked them already gives you power over everyone else.
They gotta be cool.
And the fact that you have incredibly bizarre expectations about behavior of a bunch of different minds, a bunch of different entities.
Yeah, don't you need someone to be in charge of a situation? Like even tiny situations, you need someone to be in charge, right?
Is that Big Red?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Me.
Is that Big Red?
No.
Oh, what's your name, sir?
It's Ryan Train.
Ryan, hello, Ryan. I'm being devil's advocate here, but I think that in a properly functioning society, we don't need government, we don't need hierarchies, we don't need power, we don't need to enforce certain people having and holding power over other people. People have the ability in small communities to make decisions as a group.
Have there been any sustainable communities that have lasted beyond a few years that have had no hierarchy?
Yes, but let me just answer his question really quick, and you can answer with a specific example that I know that you have. The answer, sir, is when there's a fire, when there's which is what you're talking about. You don't have to have hierarchy in order to have a person who is the designated fire marshal. You don't have to have hierarchy in order to have responsibility. You can have 100 people get together and agree on how to get shit done efficiently without anybody being better than anyone else and having more or less rights than anyone else. You can actually just organize as a group of people. That is another fucking lie that's been told to us, is that anarchy means chaos. Those are not synonymous words. Anarchy means not governed. It means non-hierarchical.
It means self-governance.
It means no rule. And as Mikhail Bakunin said, I think, he said anarchy is the mother of order. That the idea that capitalism and government with enforced unemployment to keep prices at a certain wages at a certain place, enforced famine, war, all this stuff, that's chaos. That's incredible disorder. That's the word anarchy has been turned into something else. I believe that people living in communities and making their own decisions, like in Barcelona, during the Spanish Civil War and the communes there, when the civil wars happened, the governments fell apart, and there was a provisional government, and everything went to shit. Women started throwing off prostitution. They started shrugging off machismo and started actually becoming powerful members of society. And scholars, teachers, and universities swept up the floors and cleaned the toilets after they were done teaching because they felt pride in their universities. And the buses ran, the sewers got cleaned, and then all of the fascists from both sides, from Franco, I'm not going to fuck the names up, but the communists and then the fascists, they all looked at these people all living freely and starting to spread across southwestern Europe. They all just turned their guns on them and annihilated them because the idea that people could actually properly function, if educated, if turned on by the idea that humanity actually has an incredible desire to get along. Kids in a sandlot absolutely share and they play and they're not bigoted and they're not racist. We enforce all this shit on them.
Kids are assholes. What are you talking about?
No, we make kids assholes. Kids solve fucking problems beautifully if you let them. And if you don't enforce the idea that guys are cooler than girls and bullies and there's enforced property and shit like that. I've seen kids beautifully behave on each other if you give people respect, like Tolstoy, even though he was like a landowner, he had all these serfs and he freed them all, but he had these schools and he would let the kids teach themselves. Like, what do you want to learn today? And everybody learned. You could sit wherever you wanted. Like they had this incredible education, and these textbooks that he made were outlawed under Stalinism and stuff because they were so cool. Because the idea that actually people
is that what they officially said?
Yes,
is that what Tolstoy said?
Yeah, Stalin,
is that what
the anti-cool law?
Yeah.
It's on you go to Lenin's tomb and there's like a placard that says no cool textbooks.
Yeah. It says cool and that no smoking sound around that.
It's like Marxism became a Pringles commercial.
I've always been an anarchist at heart, but the idea is the only bummer is that people actually would have to have thought about it and have to be. We say take responsibility for your life, but that means so much more than just saying, I'll be responsible. It's like really like it's taking care of your children, taking care of your elderly, taking care of yourself, not relying on everybody else to do everything for you, but also being able to shrug off shit like sexism and misogyny and racism and these giant things that we just taught each other to give to necessitate power and people's control over each other. It sounds great. It's been done. What happens is governments come in and assassinate you.
Not on the moon. Because there's nothing up there. There's no oil up there. There's no money up there. There's no diamonds up there.
Yeah, we have a shit ring protecting
very
us.
quietly, and you pitch a tent. You're all for it now. There's no restaurants. There's no nachos.
For it. I'm going to need some Mexican food.
Okay, well, we're going to work on this.
But the way to do that is I'll make the Mexican food. I'll try my best. I'll run a little Mexican restaurant.
And yes, I am picking the people that are going up there because
you're going to be a king and you're going to be a despot.
No, because in that town you described, the fucking fascists turned the guns on them because there's people down here. Like, I can't go up there with a bunch of fetuses and hatch them and be one of them too. I have to pick cool people to end the hierarchy. I have to pick and choose out of the 7 billion people.
You have to pick and choose. That's a flawed right there.
It's not a flaw. It's the only way it's going to happen.
That's going to be your slogan.
No, I'm going to wait until someone else does it. That's how it's going to happen.
But how do you pick? How do you know what's the?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm going to try. And you're pointing at the insinuation that I'm going to do something as the inherent flaw of doing it.
I'm saying, how do you know what the coolest 100 people are?
Maybe I won't, N-word, but I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna fucking take a spectacular attempt.
I think you just lost
how many black people out of how many black people out of 100 are you bringing?
18%.
Okay, all right.
No, I don't know. I'm gonna have to come up with a methodology that's gonna make sure that there's some kind of
I'm not saying you,
ethnic blind.
I love the idea that you would try to do this. I just wonder, do you trust yourself to pick the right 100 people?
No, obviously it's going to be focused. The truth is, because when then you get into that, are you going to go to all 7 continents? Am I going to take it's going to be English speaking, it's going to be American people, so it's going to be it's going to be flawed because I want to get it done. I'm not going to do it perfectly. I'm going to just do it. I'm not going to do it perfectly. I'm not gonna answer to 1,000 people gathering around me going, oh, well, if you do it this way, isn't you doing it? Yeah, shut it. I'm doing it.
Wait, you're saying there's no hierarchy by telling people to shut it.
Insect people.
Okay.
A planet of fucking idiots.
I don't like who you've become already, Dan. I think I might stay on Earth for the first few years like Breaking Bad and wait till it comes out on DVD.
You wait it out, but I'm telling you, when you get up there...
It's going to be great.
Yeah. No. You're not getting a wristband to the one fancy restaurant we have.
You have a fancy restaurant
now? Maybe just to fuck with you.
Wristbands! Hierarchy!
Wristbands!
Judas!
It starts with wristbands! Literally things around your wrist that signify...
It's going to be for one nightclub that's going to be called Fuck with Jeff.
Fine.
So that when he gets up there, we're going to go, hey, you come into the club? Oh, shit, you weren't here for the first 2 years. You were waiting it out.
Can we just tattoo specific serial numbers on the people who can go?
Can we play a little D&D right now? And can we try to enforce some of our new anarcho-syndicalism? Our little... Can we try out a little... try some of this philosophy.
When we fight a spider? Yeah, I guess.
Hey, Spencer.
Hey, guys.
What do you think, Spencer? Do you believe in me?
I think that you'd run into a problem of you'd have a hierarchy police. There'd be people that are like, oh, you're using wristbands, you got to get off the moon.
But then they're part of... They're part of the...
Yeah, but that's going to happen because otherwise you'd have hierarchy, right? But so it's
I don't know. There's got to be a way. The Vulcans figured out how to...
Humans are fucked.
People are clapping because Spencer hates humanity.
Yeah.
But it even sounds like inspiring when he says it.
No, I mean, the thing is,
if it's true that humans are fucked, then what better way to spend the last decades of our fuckedness just fuck for the fuck of it, just fucking around with the idea that we're not fucked? Like, why not just fine? We're fucked. We can be fucked by doing nothing, or we can be fucked doing
trying. We could be fucked trying.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. We're spitballing. We're trying to get this right. You know, I'm asking you the tough questions
I don't
now.
think what you guys did tonight was called spitballing. I felt very persecuted, and I'm really rethinking your moon status.
See, this is what we're up.
Dan, I gotta tell you,
you guys are very hierarchical, and it does not please me.
Dan, the idea that you're not going to become a despot up there, I think, is you need to look into that because you're almost certainly going to be disappointed and start making mandates and rules.
Whatever, buddy.
Spencer, what do you think about it all?
But I had a cat that I named based off of a promise I made ages ago.
Well,
that's a really long throwback.
The bagel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wrote down one time, I used to carry a journal and I just write down thoughts and stuff, and I wrote down cat named Jason. And then my friend was like, do you want a cat? And I was like, okay. And it was a girl, but I named it Jason.
And how long did Jason... Is Jason still with you?
Jason's still with us.
And Jason is great.
She's digging it.
Okay. Are there going to be animals on the moon? I'm sorry, I don't mean to go back into this.
No, that's a good question. I never thought
Would they
about
get
that.
equal rights?
No.
The dog gets a vote. We're eating kibble every day.
No, I wish that there was a way that we could never leave more than a footprint on other species that we cross paths with. But I believe that until we get our shit together, that the most prudent philosophy is to consider humanity to be the absolute most important thing. Whether or not there'd be dogs and cats up there, I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh, and we're not disagreeing with you. We're challenging you to figure out how this is going to go.
I don't know. I don't like
your dominance over animals already, man.
We're going to continue this. This podcast has now become about colonizing the moon. We're going to really do it. Hey, where's that guy? Where's that guy that worked at that space factory? What's his name? Jesus Diaz. Moved to Long Beach,
which is the moon of Earth.
So it's the moon.
The moon is kind of one long beach.
I know the moon is the moon of Earth.
He lives in Long Beach and can't make this show, but we're going to take him to the moon? Forget it.
Nobody from Long Beach is coming.
I was born in Long Beach.
Well, no, but you've transcended it.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
You know you have.
I'm sorry about the...
Don't bring it up again.
Well, that sounds cute. It sounds like a little robot.
Yeah. We want to live in a society where that is okay to do, right?
Well, I mean, it's funny because it's so wrong. I mean, it's so not accurate, and it's mean, and it's just stupid.
That's not the sound I was going to say we make.
There's no ululating in Pakistani culture?
No, we're not like taught as kids to go, I'm not even going to do it.
Is there no ululating there? No one does that?
I never saw it once.
Okay.
I was there for 18 years.
Okay, so
maybe it was done secretly. I don't know. Okay. But it's hard to do secretly.
As long as we're apologizing, I'm sorry, Adam. I didn't mean... what I said when he stood up and he took a bow, I was just making the observation that spinal problems.
You said you'd have a statue to him. He's doing
Which he's
great.
referenced, but it came out, the audience reacted as if I was being a bully and saying, his spine doesn't work right. It's not. I'm sorry if it came across like that.
What do you think, Adam?
Blue Moon wasn't very good.
Blue Moon could use some work, but we still love your efforts. Now, Adam, we adore you. We love you. Thank you for coming.
Can I share? I kind of like the Blue Moon joke.
It was better than anything I had. He came up with what was the skeleton one the other day? Bone Voyage. Yeah, that will never be forgotten.